Test. All right, game number 4. Stormhawks versus, I don't remember what they are. Whitehawks. Stormhawks versus Whitehawks out of Mound, Westonka. Stormhawks in white. Whitehawks in black. This is the 3rd meeting between them. First shot, Arnold in net, gloves it as it comes into his upper glove. This game is in Fargo, North Dakota, Cornerstone Arena, sponsored by Van Heating. All right, Whitehawks get it. They center it right out front, just pushed wide and played out to the point. Blake Van challenges him. Dreyer's there in the corner. Takes control, pushes it around. Olin Van's going to get there. Centers it out front. Misses the wing. Blake Van comes in. He beats them. Beats the D. Dreyer's able to get it. Centers it right to him. Out in front. Blake Van has it. He's got his brother, Olin. It's a 2-on-1. Gets it over to Olin Van. Olin Van. Oh, he gets robbed. He had it. He had the corner goal. He made a great save. He's riding on the roof on the way home.
He gets stuck. He's pushing.
First scoring opportunity for the Stormhawks. Nickel on the draw. Pushes it forward. Circles the net. Back out to the point to Avon. Avon takes a shot. Rebound right there. Heinz is there for a rebound. And Whitehawks push it back out. Batted down by Nickel. Nickel goes to the point. Avon's going to dump it. Chipped off of Heinz. Down low it goes. And it's going to be iced at 13:31. 13:30. 13:29. Face off inside the Whitehawks zone. Whitehawks in black, Stormhawks in white. First meeting was won by the Whitehawks. Second meeting was won by the Stormhawks in the Edina Invitational Tournament. And this is the 3rd meeting up here in Brainerd. Comes through. Played by Tabrake behind the net. Tabrake's going to push it up. He's going to hit Nickel. Nickel's got Heinz and Brandt up. He skates it in. He goes wide, takes a shot, wide of the net. Nickel has it down low. He gets it picked away. Heinz is there, gets it Brandt in the slot. Brandt's going to be able to chip it around and do some, I'm not going to say magical stick handling, but was able to get it around and stuff it in the net. So that puts the Stormhawks up 1-0. Face off again. McNabb's going to dump it in deep. Play it on the side.
Chad goal scored by number 23, Brady.
Nutter pushes it on the side.
By number 29, Evan Mendel, and number 10, Jackson Heinz.
I think it was Nickel, wasn't it? Yep. McNabb plays it off the boards. Oh, centers it. Whitehawks center right to Cleveland. Cleveland in the slot. Shot wide. McNabb down low. Plays it to the side. And the Whitehawks going to push it all the way down, but I don't think it's going to be icing. Maybe. And it will be icing at 11:51. So at 11:51, it's the Stormhawks 1, Whitehawks 0. inside the zone. Rotunda at center. Olin and Blake Van at the sides. Dreyer and Thorpe at the point. Face-off is controlled by the Whitehawks. They stop behind the net to regroup and set up. Pushed up the board. It's going to be played by Dreyer. Dreyer has time, moves it to his partner. To Rotunda in center. He gets it chipped away, but it's going to be chipped up to Olin Van, who's going to dump it deep. Into the corner it goes. Blake Van's there. Get it caught in his skates a little bit. Try to push it out. Held in at the point. Still held in at the point. Olin Van has it. Tries to get it to his broho. Doesn't make it. Thorpe plays it along the board. It's going to be picked up by Rotunda. And the Stormhawks regroup in their zone. Get it up to Olin Van. Olin Van goes wide. He's got a beat. He's got Rotunda in slot. Oh, Rotunda just can't backhand that thing in. Good passing play by Olin Van. Played along the boards. Blake Van there pinches. Rotunda gets it. Tries to center it to Olin Van. Misses him. And comes back out to the neutral zone where Zeltinger and Aben are. Zeltinger's going to get it. He's going to skate it up, dump it in deep. He's going to ring the boards. Down low, pushed out, and it's going to be icing unless it hits Arnold. 10:27 for the first period. Stormhawks lead 1-0. Nothing like playing a team that's 15 miles away from you, playing at 230 miles away from you. Face off, back to Aben at the point. Hit down low. It's going to go behind the net. Heinz is going to be the first one there. It's going to chip it low to Brandt. Brandt gets pushed down. Heinz is going to retreat against him. Nichols has on the boards, gets it back to the point. Tried to hit the defender, missed. Going to be picked up by Zeltinger. Up to Brandt. Brandt can't handle it smoothly. He loses it. Pinned up by Aben. It's going to be rung around the boards. Brandt's going to try and chip it out. He's going to get it up to Brandt. Brandt's got Heinz in front. Heinz loses it a little bit. And the Whitehawks come back out. Lindell is going to grab it, regroup behind the net. He's going to start to skate it out. Gets it to Break. Break loses it. It's in the center slot. Whitehawks backhand isn't successful. Going to get up to Brandt. Brandt's got Nickel in front. He centers it just to the net, trying to get Nickel, but a little bit too much. And they'll get a shift change at 9:11. Clava, McNabb, Nutter out there along with Lindell and Break. Inside the zone of the Whitehawks. Clava on the draw, gets it caught in his feet. Whitehawks come out of there, hit their wing to wing. They skated up the ice. Played along the boards, back, they regroup. Try to get it in, picked up by Clava to McNabb. McNabb, it's a 2-on-2. Clava's following in the slot, takes a shot off the pad. It was going wide, but still a shot on net. Whitehawks hit the wing, and they're coming back 2-on-1. They kind of pops around, unable to get by the Stormhawks D. McNabb over to Nutter. Nutter's going to dump it down deep. Played on the wall. Clava takes a shot. Pad save. Held in by Dreyer. Dreyer to Nutter. Nutter goes far side to Thorpe. Thorpe takes a shot. Right on. Kick to the corner. Again, Thorpe's going to get it. Gets it over to Nutter. Can't control it. Push down low. And the Whitehawks are almost able to break it out. It's going to be kept back in. Nutter's going to dump it down deep. And it's pushed out. Thorpe keeps it in. And finally, it's going to be iced down the rink at 7:42. .742 inside the zone, Rotunda at center. Draw is controlled by the Stormhawks. Olin Van has it. He's going to push back to the point. Dreyer can't keep it in. They have to regroup all the way down into their own zone. Behind Arnold in that net. Dreyer changes directions. Tried to get the pass through, doesn't succeed. Dreyer gets it up to Olin Van. Olin Van splits the D. Gets it over to Blake Van. Great shot. Played on the corner. Kicked back. Dreyer holds it in at the point. Gets it caught in his feet. Able to keep it low. They reverse direction. Thorpe pinches. Pushes it back down deep again. Olin Van has it. Rotunda's there. He grabs control. Keeps it low. Pops out to the point. Dreyer has it. Takes a shot. Just misses the net. Another shot. Crosses the net. And the forecheck is pretty good, not allowing the Whitehawks to do anything to get out. Whitehawks come through, and we have a delayed penalty as the Whitehawks come down on Dreyer. Shot wide. Blake Van's got to get there and touch that puck. It's finally going to be touched by Olin Van, and there's a penalty of Rotunda for roughing. I heard the crunch. I did not see it. Huh? Ducked. Okay. So the Whitehawks will go on the power play here at 6:22 of the first, with the Stormhawks leading 1-0. Face-off controlled by the Whitehawks. They're playing an overload on the left side, it looks like. Tries to hit the guy in the slot right there. Unable to get a shot out. Hines is going to chip it. He's going to chip it again. Doesn't have the speed. And he's going to come. They're going to reverse directions, come back through and try and set it up. Shot wide of Arnold. Out to the point it goes. The Whitehawks are going to regroup in their zone. Whitehawks are going to skate it up. They're going to try and get by Hines. They can't do it. To the center slot. Takes a shot. Wide to Arnold. It's going to be rung around the boards and held in at the zone. Hard to tell. Evans there. He's going to play it to Hines. Hines is going to try and chip it out. Can't succeed. They're going to play it back down low. Stormhawks doing a fairly good job of not allowing them to get a shot. It's going to be kept out. Brandt somehow gets it. He comes through. Takes a shot off the upper blocker. Skips back out in front. Brandt's there again. He goes wide. Takes a weird shot. Dumped down low. And the Whitehawks can't seem to get it out. Brandt again gets a piece of it. And now the Whitehawks start to skate out. Down into the zone. It's a 1-on-3. They can't get it. Nichols gets it. Gets it up to Nutter. Nutter's going to skate it and dump it in. 18 seconds remain on the power play opportunity for Mound. As they skate it out, they come right to the middle. He goes wide to the far side, tries to center it, unsuccessful. Nickel gets it. He's got Nutter with him. He goes wide. There's a slash. Out to the point, full strength. Kleva comes in. Over to Nutter. Nutter centers it. Nice job. Kleva to Nutter, and backhand with Nichols puts it in. And I wasn't sure he got it, but that was what it was. And it puts the Stormhawks up 2-0 in the first. Thorpe gets it shipped away. Dreyer's going to race for it. He wins the race over to Thorpe. Thorpe plays it to the wing. Up to McNabb.
Goal scored by number 24.
McNabb comes through.
Assisted
Dumps
by
it down.
Number 11, Wyatt Clava, and number 20,
Out to the-
Jackson Tabori.
Out to the, oh, and Clava couldn't quite get it. Dreyer comes through. Regroups in the Stormhawk zone. Up to Nutter. Nutter's going to chip it. Little contact there. Clava's going to steal it from him. He's got McNabb right in the slot. Backhand sauce pass, just a little off the mark. Over to Thorpe. Thorpe to Clava again. Clava's going to race in. No one's really on him. Gets it to McNabb. McNabb back to Zelter. Zelter takes a shot high. Blocked prior to the goal. Or deflected prior to the goal. In the corner. As they come through. Zelter over to Avon. Avon back to Zelter. He misses the mark. Plays it up to McNabb. McNabb's going to dump it in deep. Rotunda's going to chase. He's going to be the first one there. Pinching it along the boards. Owen Van's there. Gets it to the point. Zelter shot. Rebound. And it's covered up at 2:40 of the first period with the Stormhawks leading 2-0. Face off, controlled by the Whitehawks. Knocked behind their net. Played along the board. Blake Van's able to steal it, push it back deep. Whitehawks try to skate it, get it to their wing, chip it in front. Not out of the zone. Played by Avon over to Blake Van. And finally, the Whitehawks are able to push it out. Redden off by Zeltinger to Avon. Avon misplays it. Goes down low. Played along the boards and pushed down into the corner. Avon's going to play it. It's chipped out to the neutral zone. And the Whitehawks come right back with some speed, right to the slot, takes a shot right on Arnold, and Arnold makes a great glove save right from the slot. He saw it well. In 1:51, it's still 2-0 in favor of the Stormhawks. Nickel, Brandt, Hines out there along with Lundell and to break. Shot right on Arnold. Oh, rebound right out in front. Dangerous. Nickel has it. He's coming down. It's a 2-on-2. He's got Brandt as well. Nichols gets ridden wide to the corner. Out to Hines in the slot. Hines to Nichols. Take a shot. A nice little goal right there from Hines to Nichols. Good job by him. And that puts the Stormhawks up 3-0. Face off again. Played along the boards. The Whites have it.
24, Hudson Nickel.
Played by to break.
29, Eddie Rendell, and number 23, Brady Lynn.
Are they looking at the people that are? Yeah, are they? Yeah. Brad has it. He's going to chip it up to Hines. A little bit too far for him as Hines was breaking. 59 seconds remain in the second period, or first period. Stormhawks lead 3-0. Play him on the draw, comes back to the point. Push down behind Arnold. Dryer's there, into the corner it goes. Picked up by Nutter. He changes directions. Circles Arnold. Banks off the board. Takes a skyrocket. Picked up by Clava. Clava comes through. Trolls it. Dumps it deep. Whitehawks defense is there, gets it to the wing. They're going to go near wing. He can't handle it. It's a one-on-one with Dreyer. Finally, Nutter comes in, and Nutter's going to the box for a check. Nutter goes to the box for some unknown reason. Gave him an elbow. Boy. So the Stormhawks will go down 1. Stormhawks playing the standard box. They got McNabb out there and Clava. Banked off the boards, up, down the boards. Stormhawks are going to get it behind the net. Checked off, and it's going to go down, and that's going to end the first period with the Stormhawks leading 3-0. Started the second period, and he used to be the girls. Yeah. All right, second period. Stormhawks on the penalty kill here. It looks like they have McNabb, Clava, Abbott, and Zeltinger out there to start second period on the penalty kill. 1:25 remaining. Pushed out into the neutral zone. Whitehawks have control. Come through, out to the point. Try to get it to the point again. It's going to be pushed down, but that was them. We should have changed them all up right there. Whitehawks go, beats Clava. Comes through, can't beat Ammon. And it's going to be chipped off the netting, and we'll get a face-off inside the zone. Souvenir for some lucky fam. Face-off inside the zone. Looks like Olin Van and Rotunda out there. To start, 51 seconds, still in the penalty kill to break, and Lindell out there at the point. Face-off, kick back to the Whitehawks over to their other point. Takes a shot, high of Arnold. Played along the boards to break. Offering some body resistance. To the wing on the side, up to the point. This guy likes to shoot at the point. If I recall, right out in front. No one's able to get a stick to redirect on Arnold. Back to the point. Shot right on Arnold. Arnold's going to gobble it up. 20 seconds remain in the penalty kill. Face off again to the glove side of Arnold. Van on it, comes right through, and he wins the draw, able to pick it up on the backside and able to roof it on Arnold, and that's a power play goal for the Whitehawks. And that puts the Stormhawks on the board at 13:37, but the Stormhawks still lead 3-1. Face off, push forward, intercepted, and pushed to the wall. Rotunda tries to get a Dryer, drives him to the wall. Thorpe has it, chips it over to Owen Van. Owen Van gonna go far side to his brother Blake. Blake's gonna get it, chip it through. Into the zone it goes. Rotunda's right there. He's got control. He gets forced off, but doesn't leave the puck.
Now Westonka goal scored by number 74.
2-on-2 scrum. Behind the net it goes. They play it to the wing. It's going to be kept in a Dryer at the point. Dryer shot right on. And Dryer's able to put it in from whatever the zone distance is at that point. And that puts them up again, 4-1. Face off at center ice. 12:57. Whitehawks have it. They hit their wing right in the slot. Comes through. Brand has it. He's going to go wide. He's looking. Centers it out front after blowing an edge. Gets it. Hines hits it back low. It's played off the boards. Dryer's going to come back, steal that one. Behind the net to Thorpe. Thorpe kind of loses the edge. Tied up by the Whitehawk. They come out in front. Puck is there. It's going to be pushed away. Nichols has it. He comes into the zone. He's got Thorpe and Hines. Tries to center it to Hines. Just pushed wide. Thorpe's going to try and keep it in. Brand has it in the neutral zone. They're going to look over to Thorpe or Zeltinger. Back. As the Whitehawks come through. They come through. Brandt chases. Shot right on Arnold. Nice pads. Blocker saved by Arnold as he was able to get enough of that shot off. Over to Hines. Hines going to chip it up to Brandt. Brandt's going to try and get it through. He's going to regroup in the neutral zone. And they're going to push it down into the zone. Behind the net it goes. Played along the boards. Whitehawks push it out, come through. D to D they go. To the wing. Wing to the center. Over to Nutter. Nutter's able to get it. In the slot, takes a shot wide of the net. Clave is there with a backhand. Just missed. Odd angle, but it had the whole net. Down low, Whitehawks have it behind the net. He skates it right out in front. Two chasing. He's able to skate by a two. Can't get by the third. On the boards, out to the point. Shot. Pad saved by Arnold. Sits out front. It's going to be covered up. And there's the biggest size difference we've seen all day. 10:46 in the second period. Stormhawks lead the Whitehawks 4-1. Face off inside the zone, go outside of Arnold. Face off is finally controlled by the Stormhawks. McNabb gets it on the far side, hits it up to Nutter. Nutter's going to chip it in. Played down low. Off the stick of Clava and up into the netting off of Nutter. And the puck is pushed back in by Chris to break. Good job by him. Get that man a popcorn. Face off inside the zone. 10-27. Face off won by the Whitehawks. They go D to D. Try to get it to the wing. They get it by to break, but not McNabb, who was back checking. Whitehawks have it. Try to hit it. Center it right to McNabb, but he has to wait. Clavel got trapped in deep. Down low it goes. Nutter has it. He's going to push it down low. Played on the boards, held in by Tabreak. Shot just wide of the net. Kicked out. Lindell is able to get a stick, push it through. Make it a difficult entry for the Whitehawks. They're coming through. Lindell again has an opportunity. Went for a hit. The guy slowed down. At least disrupted the play. Push down low. Jackson's break has it. He's going to start to skate it up. Gets it to Van. Van goes far side to Olin Van. And push down low. Is there. Goalie's out of the net. Rotunda's using his big long stick. He's tying up two. He comes out of there with it. He goes to the point to Dreyer. Dreyer back to Rotunda. Rotunda's got Blake Van on the backside. Just misses him. Puck comes to the central slot. Olin Van has it. It's going to be iced all the way down on Arnold. Arnold's going to play it back up. He's going to get it to Van. Van tips it into the zone. Played by Thorpe. Oh, he missed it by Thorpe. The Whitehawks are actually offsides. He comes to the center slot and still has the puck. Gosh, that was close. Played by Blake. Has it. He's going to skate it down there. It's a 2-on-2. He comes right to the slot, push it right at the net. Nickel was breaking towards the net. Down low it goes. Kick back out to Thorpe. Thorpe blocks it a little bit. Tipped. Rebound right there. Nichols takes a shot and it's gloved. That would have been interesting if he was offsides or not. We couldn't see where the puck was there. So.
To the bar, yeah, right. It looked like he was jumping tonight.
8:09 of the second, inside the Stormhawks zone. Stormhawks take it behind the net, bank it off the boards. Intercepted by Nickel. Played along the boards. Heinz is low. Heinz leaves a little bit of a body check. Comes back out to Brandt. Brandt pushes it into the corner. They go D to D. They get it to the wing, trying to break it out. Brandt got a piece of that. And the Whitehawks dump it down behind Arnold and into the corner. Stormhawks reverse directions. Oh, a little miscommunication there. It comes up the boards and played down low again. Abbins the first one there. Gets it to Zeltinger. Zeltinger to Brandt. Brandt tips it out to Nickel. They lose it a little bit. Heinz is there. It's going to go through. He's got Nickel. Brandt's got Nickel. Takes a shot. Nickel puts it in the lower corner. A nice job by him. Get that shot off. And that's another goal for the Stormhawks. And that puts the Stormhawks up 5-1. That's 7:05. Whitehawks come into the zone. He's offsides, but they're going to let that one go. On the boards.
By number 24, Hudson Nickel, assisted by number 29, Evan Lindell, and number 77, Harper.
Evan Lindell wasn't even out there.
Nobody assisted that either.
So, if anyone, Jackson. I don't know if he got it there.
Just the scratches.
Played down behind Arnold. Arnold's going to push it to Lindell, who's out there now. Played along the boards. Up to Nutter. Nutter's going to push it over to McNabb in the slot. Played off the boards, or off the player. Shot off the side of the net of Arnold. Nutter's going to control. Goes far side to McNabb. McNabb's got a 1-on-2. Clava's following. McNabb goes wide. He gets crunched. That's okay. He gets back up. He goes into the bench. Lindell's out there. He skates, tries to center out front. That's going to be covered by the goaltender as Olin Van was waiting for a hungry rebound. 5:50 to go in the second period. Stormhawks lead 5-0 over the Whitehawks. Rotunda on the draw, kicks it to the side, controlled by the Whitehawks, but they can't do anything. Stolen back by the Stormhawks over to Dreyer at the point. Dreyer just plays it low. Behind the net, it's gathered. Rotunda's there. Going to be picked up by Olin Van and backhands it into the corner. Rotunda's going to be the first one there. Down low. Rotunda's battling a guy half his size. Still has control. Over to Blake Van. Blake Van steps out. Takes a shot off the post. Out to the point. Thorpe holds it in. Shot right on. Glove save. And the white stick is not producing. Although it hasn't broke. So 5:02 to go in the second. 5-1 still in favor of the Stormhawks. Face off won by the Stormhawks. Excuse me, the Whitehawks. Push long out to the point. Shot right on. Big rebound. No one's there to grab it. As the Whitehawks come back through. Going to be played by Zeltinger. Zeltinger gets it to Brandt. Brandt can't hold it in. And it's going to be offsides at the blue line at 4:42. Outside the zone, Nichols win the draw. Over to Zeltinger. Aben plays it off the wall. Kind of pops around. Going to be picked up, and it's going to be offsides. So Nichols got caught. At the zone. Face off won by the Stormhawks. Hines gets it. He enters the zone. He's going to slide one right on net. It's chipped behind. Off to Brandt. Brandt's going to get ridden into the boards. Out to the point off a Nichols skate. They have it at the side. Over to Zeltinger. Zeltinger's going to play it low. Nickel has it. He's going to slide it out to the slot. No one's there. He's going to come through. Aben's going to get there. It's off the skate of Brandt. Down low they go. The Whitehawks have it. He's trying to circle around through. Dumps it to the corner. Zeltinger's going to be the first one there. Going to come to Brandt. Brandt's going to chip it off the boards. Trent can't get it out. D-to-D play, pass and catch. Aben flips it out. Brandt chips it. Tries to get it to Nickel. Can't quite get it. Brandt's going to come through. He's going to get it to Hines. Hines is going to come through. Hines takes a shot, misses the net. It's going to come through on the boards. Another shot up and into the netting it goes. And at 3:14 of the second period, Stormhawks still lead 5-1.
They're on the bar.
Yeah, that's what I keep reaching for it. So it's not just a little guy thing. No. 3:14 face off inside the zone. Whitehawks win the draw. Whitehawks control behind the net. Out to the point. Tabrake has it. Makes a move. Keeps it in the zone. Pinches against the board. Keeps it in again. Nutter was there to cover along with Kleva. Gets dumped up. Lindell has it. He has some time. They're a little bunt right now. Gets it to Tabrake. Tabrake over to McNabb. McNabb on the far side. Centers it. Unable to hit Kleva and Nutter. As the Whitehawks come through and push it into the Stormhawk zone. Circling the net to the wing. Pass is just getting caught up on stuff. The Whitehawks come out through. There's a slash. That one wasn't called. Whitehawks still have it. It seems like the Stormhawks are standing clumpy. Nutter chases to add some pressure. Whitehawks push it against the boards. McNabb's there to get a piece of it. Out to the neutral zone it goes. Dreyer to Lindell. Lindell's got plenty of time. He's just going to dump it in deep. 2 minutes remaining in the second period. Whitehawks push it out. Olin Van's going to have a big hit. Opportunity. Dreyer takes him out instead. Olin Van's there along with Blake Van. Excuse me. Olin Van gets it. It's a 2-on-1 to Blake Van. Back to Olin Van. Shot. Oh, he missed the back door. And the Whitehawks come back out. That's off. No. Shot over Arnold. Olin Van has it. He's got his brother on the far side. Blake Van's going to get it. He had to kind of play catch up. That was... Puck just wasn't going fast enough to get in front of him. Rotunda's there. Offers a little body contact. Whitehawks come through. Dreyer shoves him down. It's going to be off. Nope, it's not going to be offside. As they come through. Thorpe's there. Thorpe has an opportunity to add some body contact. Dreyer's going to get it. Centers it right out front. Intercepted by the Whitehawks. Right in the slot he goes. Takes a shot. Ooh, off the stick of Thorpe. And skips up into the glove of Arnold for the save. 42.5 seconds remain. At least they're not selfish. Maybe tell them to be a little bit more selfish. Inside the zone, 42.4 seconds remain in the second. Draw is won by the Stormhawks. Pushed along the boards, going to be picked up by Brandt. Brandt chips it out to Nickel. Nickel to Hines. Hines back to Nickel. Nickel comes in, takes a shot. Oh, nice glove save. As that was a good sequence to get it up from the defensive zone and get a rush. Just under 30 seconds. Face off controlled by the Whitehawks. Pushed along the boards. Zeltinger's there. He's going to keep it in. Picked up by Nickel. Nickel's going to go towards the net. Takes a shot and up into the netting. .6 seconds remain, and there'll be another face-off inside the zone. Face-off, kick back to the point. Evans there. He fans, or Zeltinger gets it. He fans. Brandt gets it. He comes right to the slot. Tries to work through too much. Probably should have shot it there. Down low to Abbott. He centers it right out front to Nickel. Nickel can't get that shot off. And that's going to end the second period with the Stormhawks leading 5-1. period. As we all right, third period. Stormhawks leading 5-1. Come through. Whitehawks come through. Pushed into the corner. Thorpe's going to be the first one there. He's going to play it behind the net. Up to McNabb on the side. Whitehawks try to play it in. Intercepted by Thorpe. Thorpe banks it out into the neutral zone. Clava's going to get there. Gets it caught in his skates. Whitehawks just about take out Coach Thorpe's head. It'll be a face-off at the neutral zone, maybe.
Getting the way down there. I thought he was leaving.
Yeah. Face off outside the neutral zone. Rotunda's there. Whitehawks control, dump it in deep. Into the corner it goes. Bell skates towards it. He's going to have control, bank it around, but the Whitehawks are there to control. They center out front. Throw by Olin Van over to Blake Van. It's behind him. He has to regroup. Gets it up to his brother. It's behind him. Picked up by Rotunda, and he's able to push it down into the zone. Olin Van takes one. Blake Van has it. Chips it off the boards. Gonna go high to the point to break. Break has it. Olin Van right there, or Rotunda right in front, screen. And Break was able to put it off the pipe. Rotunda in the corner. As the Whitehawks are now having a hard time getting it out of the zone, at least with control. Dumped down low again. And it's still in. And now it comes out of the zone. Rotunda to Break to Van. Van to Rotunda. And they're going to call offsides at 13-12. Face off outside the Whitehawk zone. Third period, leading 5-1. Stormhawks and Whitehawks in dark. Over to Brandt. Brandt's going to try and push it through. Can't quite chip it in. In the Whitehawk zone, they get it. And the Whitehawks are going to ice it down the ice at 13:52. 51. 50. Nickel on the draw. Push to the side. It's going to be played by Avon in the neutral zone. Plays off the boards. Able to chip it in, but not deep. Nickel has it. He's going to dump it down low. Heinz is there. And the Whitehawks are able to chip it out. Zeltinger has it. Going to be played by Heinz. Heinz going to chip it down deep. Cross ice. Thorpe is there. And it's going to be offside since Brandt was way low. Outside the zone. 12:02 remaining in the third. Back to the neutral zone. Thorpe has it, gets it to Nutter. Nutter's going to chip it in deep. Nab's going to chase. And it's going to be icing on the Whitehawks at 11:45 of the third period. Clava McNabb Nutter on the face-off. Comes to the slot. Clava takes a shot off the defensive shin pad. Nutter back to the point. Dryer to Nutter on the side. He's going to dump it low. Pushed along the boards. Pops out right into the neutral zone to Clava. Clava stick checks and fans on it. Comes up to the Whitehawks. And it's going to be icing at 11:18 of the third period. No. Rotunda on the draw, gets it to break. Break takes a shot right on. Kick saved by the goaltender. Lindell takes a shot, tipped by Blake Van up into the netting. It'll be a face-off to the blocker side of the Whitehawks goaltender. Rotunda on the draw. Whitehawks win the draw. Push it down low, but Olin Van's there to stop it. It's pushed out to the point, held in by Tabrake. And the Whitehawks come back. It's a 3-on-2. Rotunda's back checking. Whitehawks get a shot. Arnold makes the save. Upper body. Olin Van gets it up to Blake Van. Blake Van's coming down. He comes right through the center, gets it chipped away. And it's going to, Rotunda's going to be offsides because he blew a wheel as he slid into the zone. Nickel on the draw. Comes through. Heinz is there. Heinz is going to have control down low. He centers it out front. Can't quite hit Nickel. Brandt's there. He's going to have some body contact. Heinz is going to get it. He's got Nickel in the slot. Chips it up. Just a little too high. Not really a sauce pass, but more of a flip. Nickel comes through. He's looking. Gets it over to Avon in the side. Avon plays it back to Nickel at the point. Nickel's going to go to the slot. Take a shot. Just missed the net. Wide. Down in the corner it goes. Nickel has it. He skates out of the slot with it. Takes a shot and is able to put it in upper corner. I'm not sure how he got that one. But again, it's another goal for the Stormhawks and puts them together 6-1. Face off. Face off again.
Scored by number 24, Hudson Nickel, assisted by number 23, Brady Burnett.
Pushed up, chipped, no icing. Whitehawks come through. Try to get it through. It's pushed in. It's going to be offsides. 9:24. No running time, even though ahead by 5. Face off, push to the corner. Dryer has it. Thorpe tries to tip it up, can't get a lot on it, but Nutter's able to push it down deeper. McNabb's there, they go for the home run pass. They're going to wave it off. Keeps the clock going. Arnold plays it behind the net. He chips it out front. Gets it to McNabb. McNabb's going to skate it up. He enters the zone. Hits Clava in the slot. Takes a shot. Right on, and McNabb's able to feed Clava. I don't know where that one went in. That puts the Stormhawks up 7-1 at 8:50. We'll see if it's going to be running time when it starts. Played by Tabrake. Drake gets it, he comes through. He's trying to get on the board himself. Comes back as the Whitehawks come through, intercepted by Rotunda. Rotunda back to Tabrake. Tabrake loses and escapes. Whitehawks come through.
By number 12, Holden McNabb, and number 20, Jackson Tabrake.
Up to the boards. Whitehawks have control on the side. They try and go low off Tabrake's skates. Out in front of Lindell. Lindell's going to move it up to Olin Van. Olin Van over to Blake Van. Blake Van makes a move. Dumps it, gets hit. Pushes it with his hand. Lindell brings it in. He tries to drive towards the net. He gets hooked a little bit. They let it go. Dreyer's down low. Or excuse me, Olin Van's down low. Drake bounces it off the boards. Skips by a few, and they regroup in their own zone. To break to Olin Van. Olin Van gets it. He's going to dump it in deep and go for a switch. Behind the net it goes. Oh, Brant could have lit him up there or got lit up, one or the other. Whitehawks come through. Bounces out front. Whitehawks swipe at it. Saved by Arnold on the blocker, and then he dives on top of it. And it looks like now it is running time as the clock continues to go down from 7:10. Nickel on the draw. The Whitehawks do it, get the draw. They get it back. They push it. They're going to try and get it up. Hines tried to hit Brandt, and it's just an icing. Nickel on the draw. Gets back, hit by Nickel. Nickel's got Hines in front. Gets it over to Brandt. Brandt gets it back to Nickel. Nickel can't get it, centers it. Tried to hit Hines, he wasn't there. Brandt comes through, takes a hit. Gonna skate it through. He's gonna dump it down in deep. Played by the goaltender. Hines is there. Avon's gonna be able to pinch and hold. Oh, he falls down. And the Whitehawks come back a one-on-one. They got a guy trailing. Nice play by Zeltinger to get it, but they still get a shot off. Arnold able to get a leg on it, and it's a 3-on-2 at this point. Nichols come through. He goes wide. He's got Brandt in to break. Brandt turns, takes a shot, wide of the net. Thorpe keeps it in. Nickel in the slot. It's going to be kept in by Thorpe. Thorpe's going to try and go up, and it comes back to the neutral zone. Thorpe gets it. Get off. And the Whitehawks come to the wing, and they're just going to ice it down. And at 5:05, the clock continues to go. The Stormhawks are leading 7-1. Clava on the draw. It's kicked deep by the Whitehawks. They control. Chip it out. Held in by Dreyer. And now it comes out into the neutral zone. Thorpe has it. He goes over to Dreyer. Dreyer up to McNabb. McNabb bats it in deep. Clava's there to add some body contact. As the Whitehawks come back out into the neutral zone. Whitehawks come down. It's a 1-on-2. Takes it, shot right on Arnold. Arnold's going to gobble it up. Face off inside the zone. Glove side of Arnold. Drake has it. He's going to skate it around. He's going to get his wheels going. He's going to bring it all the way down into the zone. Tries to get through the defense. Gets taken down. And what they're going to call a penalty on the Whitehawks. For what? I mean, I know it favors the Stormhawks, but I have no idea what. Roughing. Roughing. And this referee's got to let the kids play hockey. So the Stormhawks will go on the power play at 3:19. Owen Van, along with Blake Van, Lindell. Comes back out to the point. Tabrake's able to hold it in. Push to the corner. Ooh, Tabrake does a nice stick to prevent a breakaway opportunity.
Mound count the penalties in number 3.
Blake Van has it on the side. Tabrake high. Takes a shot. Lindell has it on the side. No one's attacking him. Stormhawks can walk it around. Tabrake takes a shot. Glove saved by the goaltender. And 2:30 continues. Penalty be about a minute by the time they drop the puck. Stormhawks still leading 7-1. Brandt on the face-off, can't win it. Whitehawks get it. Comes through. Whitehawks dump it down low. Zeltinger's there. He leaves it for Nickel on the same side. Nickel circles the net. Nickel's going to skate it up. He goes right down the slot. He comes through, takes a shot right on. Heinz is going to finish it. Can't quite hit the net. Nickel has it on the board, and it's going to be dumped down to Arnold. Arnold's going to play it to Zeltinger. Over to Abbin. Abbin's going to hit Brandt on the side. Brandt's going to dump it in. Come with it. He looked. He chips it over to Abbin. Brandt's going to get it in the slot. Gets it knocked away over to Abbin. Abbin to Zeltinger. Back to Abbin. To Zeltinger. They got a bunch of people in front. Down to Brandt. Brandt's going to try and do the miss again. And it failed. And it's going to be iced all the way down the ice. Both teams are at full strength. And the clock continues to run from 1 minute. Kleva on the draw. Gets it to Nutter. Nutter to Dreyer. Dreyer takes a shot right on. Kick save to the corner. Thorpe has it. Kleva's going to dump it down low. McNabb's going to battle for it. It's going to come over to Nutter. Back down low. It's going to come back out to the point where Thorpe gets it checked off by the referee. Back to Dreyer. Dreyer to Nutter. Nutter's going to dump it in deep. Whitehawks have been diminished. Kleva's going to come to the slot, takes a shot. Blocker save, and into the corner it goes. It's going to come out of the zone. And Thorpe's just going to skate with it. And Arnold's looking for the pass there. And that'll complete the game, fourth game, with the Stormhawks winning 7-1 over Mound, Westonka.